everyone. Welcome to Cal Poly Entrepreneurs. If you're here, you're at the right place. 6 p.m. on Tuesdays. Great, let's move forward. If you haven't, oh no, that's the agenda. If you haven't, text 56955 to CPE 56955 to get all our lovely updates about meetings and any big events we have going on, such as tours, which is actually something you might hear about in a second. Next, visit our website, our lovely, lovely website. If you want any updates on meetings that you missed, we'll have recaps up there as soon as we have them ready. And any other general information like contacting, reaching out to any officers, because we might have officer applications coming up. Becoming a member, this is another thing. By the end, or a few hours after this meeting, we'll actually be closing this for the t-shirt orders for this quarter, moving into the next one. So if you want to become a VIP member, get 15% off event discounts and stuff like that, that's not going away. But if you want a t-shirt in a reasonable amount of time, you should pay today. Cool. Okay, and then the next thing is Tall here. Yes, Tall. Really quick, talk about the tour.
Alright, what's up guys? Just letting you know that we have our Winter Quarter Tour coming up on March 8th. It's going to be in San Diego. It's an overnight trip if you guys haven't been on a tour. And sign-ups are going to open on February 22nd. So, sign-ups are going to open on February 22nd. So, mark your calendars, March 8th. Hope to see you all there.
Thank you, Tall. All right, cool. And then next application that is closing is on February 8th. The Lofts application is closing. The Lofts is a great opportunity for you to strengthen your network with fellow entrepreneurs here from Cal Poly. Anyone who has any interest in entrepreneurship can apply, so that means that all of you are eligible for coming to these meetings, which is super. So if you're looking for housing, I know it's a rough time right now. This could be the answer to all that, and the best part is it's downtown. So,
and that's Friday.
Fun time. That is Friday.
Due Friday.
Oh, don't worry. I stressed that later on. Because the next thing is becoming an officer, which their applications are also due Friday, February 8th, not February 9th, like some of you were texted earlier today. Yes, so if you want to become an officer, if you really want to embody what we have here at CPE, I highly recommend applying. If you have any interest at all, we'll start doing interviews, I believe, next week. So the process moves by very quickly. If you have any questions, please reach out to any of us, either via email, text, or you can even come up to us right after the meeting with any questions you have. Awesome. And next we have just really quick announcement about both of these things. Book club is every other Tuesday after the meetings, and ideation workshops are every other Tuesday after the meetings. And they're both led by lovely associates that we have on our board. So I believe this one is going to be the ideation workshop today.
Yes, it is. I'm actually going to kick that off at the end of this meeting, and then we're going to roll on from 7 to 8, so stick around.
Cool.
It's going to be a good time.
Yes,
yeah, it is.
And next I believe we have trivia.
I want to see what you guys got today. Okay. All right. What tech company recently announced their IPO? Their hand in the back, hand? Come on, I want to see some confidence.
I got Slack.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Hey.
Ooh. That was impressive. So, this one's going to be kind of tricky, but maybe someone can get it. This Canadian cryptocurrency reportedly lost $190 million of investors' money. Their founder accidentally died, and yeah, unexpectedly. Can someone name that cryptocurrency?
Is it Quadrigas yet?
Yes! I wasn't expecting that. That was awesome. Okay, this one should be easier. When are Innovation Quest applications due? Yeah, March 20th. Who said that? Okay, I'm not going to throw it that far, so we'll pass it back. All right, what's happening this time tomorrow at the Hot House?
It's like a social meetup for Cal Poly alums.
Yep, so definitely be there. You have to register on Eventbrite. It's a cool opportunity to meet Cal Poly alums and network. So be there. Slow Hot House. Can somebody tell me what's happening this Thursday on campus in Chumash Auditorium? Local career fair, yeah. So if you're interested in like internships and slow over the summer, definitely check that out. All right, that's it.
Thank you, Alistair. And next up, I believe we have an announcement from Shayna. Yes.
Alrighty. Hi guys, my name is Shayna Walden, and pretty much I'm doing the innovation quest. So how many of you guys ran a solo freshman year and had to borrow your roommates? Anybody? That's right. Or any of you guys ran a shampoo and had to borrow your next door neighbors? If you guys might not, I definitely have though. Definitely freshman year. And so my idea is called the College Student Box. It's mostly geared towards freshmen, but it can be any student. And it's a personalized college student box with a monthly subscription with basic hygiene essentials like shampoo, conditioner, soap, deodorant. And so how it works is you log on to our website or the app, you click monthly subscription. Under it, it lists basic essentials, like I said, shampoo, conditioner. So let's say you want a shampoo, you click shampoo. Under it, you click Old Spice. And if you want soap, you can click Dove. And long story short, it's personalized. And the goal of this project is so no one will ever have to ask their roommate or next door neighbor for soap or shampoo ever again. But I'm pretty much doing the innovation quest, and I'm looking for people who are interested in this idea, or as passionate as I am for this idea. And so if you want to join, here's my email and my phone number, and you can hit me up, message me, or email. So thank you. All right.
Awesome. And now we're going to breeze through all of these. Innovation Sandbox is that way, and the Hatchery is that way. And Innovation Quest is still happening. There is one more workshop beforehand, in case you missed the last one, which was during our meeting, so I hope you didn't miss it, because that would just make me sad. The last one is going to be on March 7th in this room from 6 to 7 p.m. It's really going to be going over specifics about the competition rather than like general questions, because by that point you have like 2 weeks left, so you should have like answers to the questions by then. But yes, just letting you all know, the last workshop is on March 7th, so try to go to that if this is something you're interested in. Awesome. I believe that's all my announcements, so I'm going to introduce our speaker. Today's speaker is actually going to be our very own president, Sierra Scalaro, so give it up to her. It took me a long time to find that.
Great, hey guys. So thanks for the introduction, Jack. As you mentioned, I'm president of this awesome club. It's sad because my reign as president is coming to an end, but it's been amazing. And my dream has always been to come speak at a CPE meeting, so here I finally am talking about passions. So first of all, I'm talking about passions today because that's a word you hear all the time in entrepreneurship. Like if you're going to start a business, it better be something you're passionate about, or if you're not passionate about your startup, you're going to fail when times get tough. And it's really, really intimidating. It's become kind of a daunting word because I've reflected inwardly and thought, gee, I don't really know what I'm passionate about. Does passion have to be something I'm good at, something no one else can do? And so I kind of had a hard time discovering my own passions. So I did a few exercises that I found online, and I kind of wanted to share those with you. But first, quick overview of who I am. I'm a fourth-year business major here studying entrepreneurship. For the past 2 years, I've been working for some really cool companies here in SLO, a wedding/event planner, and then also doing sales and customer success in a tech startup. And I realized that while those are really cool, I don't know exactly if those are my passions. I'm still kind of discovering it. So today what I'm going to go over is, first of all, how do we discover our own passions? And then once we do discover them, how do we actually go about pursuing them? So first, what is a passion? Let's break it down. Webster's dictionary defines passion as an intense desire or enthusiasm for something. Something. Now that's so broad and vague that quite honestly it pisses me off because I was hoping for a more specific definition. So I looked up, okay, like what could you describe a passion as? A passion could be a job, a hobby you have, a dream, a feeling, a place, a person, a pastime, a skill, or even an experience you had. Those can all be defined as passions. It just depends on how you look at it. But how do you go about actually figuring out, okay, like what is my passion? What do I think about all the time? What do I want to do with my life? For this question, I consulted Google. And Google sent me to an article written by Oprah. And so I knew that it had to be like credible, right? It's Oprah. Step 1, Oprah says, love everything you do. Now it sounds simple, but think about your daily life. You probably go from class to home to the gym, and you're doing all these mundane tasks that it's just part of your daily life. And it's really, really hard to go from these monotonous, mundane tasks to then, try to carve out some time to really figure out, like, what am I actually passionate about? Because if you're just, your normal self all day and then try to be your, your extra really excited self, it's hard to just flip that switch. And so a really cool tactic is to maybe go about your average day a little differently than you normally would. Say you're biking to class and you really don't like biking to class, you wish you had a car, but if you pretend that you're passionate about biking, you might actually become passionate about biking, or the commute might get a little bit less shitty. Say you're in a coding class and you really don't like coding. If you pretend that it's your passion, you might get a little bit better at it and you might find that you actually like it. So if we go about doing these normal tasks and acting like we're actually super passionate about them, they become less boring and we might discover something we actually like. So if you have a positive attitude, basically, it gives you a new outlook. You may surprise yourself. Because truly successful people are never the victim of their circumstances. They realize they have the ultimate power in any situation, and they take responsibility for their own experiences and feelings. Step 2 from Oprah. Analyze your belongings. So seriously, go home, look around your room, look at your belongings and say, do I notice any themes? Look at some books, songs you have, DVDs if you still have those, maybe you're most recently watched on Netflix. Your credit card statements, just look at what you own. Where am I? That's awkward. Just look at things that you own and ask yourself, do you see any themes? Maybe in what you watch and what you read, what you listen to. Where do you already spend your actual physical money and where do you spend your time? Your heart and physical body contain wisdom far beyond the capacity of your mind. It's harder to sit down and think, what do I really like, than it is to just look around and see, what do I already do? Where do I spend my time and money? Step 3, ask yourself what you talk about, what you love to learn, and what you like to teach others. Seriously, what really gets you excited? What's on your mind almost all the time? What do you want to learn more about? Do you find yourself like late at night Googling random things that you want to learn more about, like on a YouTube binge, 4 in the morning, like what kind of cat is best? Like maybe you really like cats. I don't know. Just what do you find yourself looking up and trying to learn in your spare time? And if you don't know, talk to your close loved ones, your friends, your family members, and ask them what you never shut up about. Because I can almost guarantee you, when they look at you, they probably think of a few topics because I would talk about them a lot. So you may not need to totally overhaul what you're doing. You might just need to simply inject more of what you love into your daily life and reflect, what am I already doing and what makes me happy? Step 4, stop with the talking and start with the doing. Like that one guy, Shia LaBeouf, just do it! That's awkward for none of you who know that reference, but for those of you who do. So if you start actually carving out time in your day to do something that you're passionate about, just 30 minutes a day. Set aside some time to either listen to a podcast of something that interests you, try to hone in on a skill that you want to learn, start taking up a new hobby. Just do one passion-based action each day. And if you don't love it, honestly, it's okay to move on. You tried it, it's fine. You're not giving up. You're just exploring what may or may not be your passion. But just remember to keep an open mind. If something's hard at first, it might not be that you don't like it. It might just be a hard skill. And that makes it all the more worthwhile when you become really good at it. Because building your life around what you love is something you'll never regret. God damn it. Okay, so now it's your turn. This is an activity that actually really helped me. So if you have a piece of paper, pull that out, pull out a writing utensil. And if you don't, this is a great time to make friends. The person next to you probably has a piece of paper. Those of you who are ready, split your piece of paper into 3 columns. I recommend doing it like the long way. 3 even columns. Okay, those of you who are ready. In the leftmost column, all the way on the left-hand side, write down your passions now. Now remember the way we define passions. It can be a place, it can be a hobby, a skill, something you've never tried before but maybe you want to try tonight. Literally anything that interests you. Hopefully you guys have a lot of stuff written down, and if not, you can take this piece of paper home with you. So on the very, very right column, don't go to the middle. I repeat, don't go to the middle, go to the very, very right column. Put where you are in 5 years. So I'm gonna go across. If you put at the top like, oh, I'd like to cook dinner. And in 5 years, you wanna open up your own restaurant, put that directly like horizontal. Yeah. So where you want to be with your now passion, where you want to be 5 years from now. Not where you want to be, where you're gonna be, where you see yourself.
I'll bring it next meeting.
Alrighty, I'm gonna bring it back, and I'm sure most of you already guessed what the middle column is, but this is a really important one.
I know.
What actual quantitative steps are you going to do in the next 5 years, starting now, to get there? Try to have actual numbers. Just remember the 4 steps that Oprah Winfrey tells you to follow your passions. Love everything you do. Analyze your belongings. Where do you spend your time and your money? Reflect on what you love to talk about, teach others, and learn. And start going out into the world and actually doing it. And that's the secret to finding your passion. Thanks. Here's more. And I'd like to invite our associate, Jack, up here to the next session.
So for the rest of the meeting, we're going to kick off our second ever CPE ideation workshop. So if you guys have been around for the past few weeks, you've heard me talk about these, but otherwise, let me talk a little bit about what this is. So you guys just went and found your passion, right? And you're all here at Cal Poly Entrepreneurs, so I'm sure you're a little interested in how you can turn that passion into a business, or turn it into a job that you create for yourself, where you wake up every day and do that thing that you're passionate about. But that's just your passion. Like, that's not a business itself. If you want to start a business, you need to be able to solve a problem or create value somehow. And so that's when you need to come up with an idea. And so that's what we're going to be focusing on, is coming up with ideas, and then taking those ideas, and those are still ideas, they won't pay the bills, so turning that into a reality and making it happen for yourself. So the first step of this is you've got to come up with an idea. Figure out how you take this passion and turn it from something that you just really care about to a way that you can bring that to the rest of the world and create something for them. So I'd like to start off right away with a little collaborative activity for everyone, and let's come up with some ideas. So I'm going to have you guys take out another piece of paper. We're not very eco-friendly All right, so what I'm going to have you guys do is So what I'm going to have you guys do is divide that paper down the middle again. Doesn't matter which way you did it. I did that one with ways. But on the left side of that paper, you're going to write down as many problems as you can think about. So you were just thinking about what your passions are. So think about problems that you're passionate about or that relate to your passions. Like I love playing guitar. But if I try to play for more than like 2 or 3 hours at a time, my fingers start to get really sore and I can't practice anymore. It sucks. So that's a problem for me. But there can be other problems too. It doesn't have to do with your passions. It can be anything at all you think of. So, like my laundry takes too long to do. Or it's impossible to park on campus. Just anything that really like grinds your gears. So, right, so, once you guys have your problems written down, the next thing we're going to do is on the right side of that paper, write down as many cool technologies or innovations you can think of. Now, these don't have to do with anything, so they don't have to do with your passions. If they do, bonus points. Otherwise, totally fine. They don't have to do with your problems, just write them down. So I might put something like, you can write down blockchain, virtual reality, it can be medical marijuana, right? Anything you want. So the next thing we're going to do, we're actually going to have, I'm going to have all you guys work together in your table groups from here on out, but in a moment I want you guys to start working out how you can match these technologies to your problems. So think about like how you could use one of these as a creative solution to one of your problems. Think outside the box, anything goes. So like, for example, my fingers hurt from playing guitar for too long. So maybe I can make a VR app where I can play guitar in VR and I'm looking down at the fretboard in VR, my fingers aren't touching the strings. Doesn't hurt at all, right? Stuff like that. It doesn't have to be real. Or I can create a blockchain for a cryptocurrency where I can buy a parking spot like a week before I need it when I know I will need it. Or if any of you guys have ideas for how medical marijuana could help your laundry go faster, go ahead and pitch them. And that is your idea because I can't think of it. So I'm going to have you guys work together in your groups, but as a group, find a whiteboard in the room and write down a big list just like that of all the problems and technologies you guys came up with and start matching them up. So you need to be able to communicate your idea and sell those people before you can sell your customers. So that's why we pitch. So also, because I really want to hear some of the ideas you guys came up with. So anyone have any cool ideas? Anyone come up with anything and want to take a stab at pitching it?
But it's like a bunch of like these balls that were dropped into like ocean, and then it like emitted water so that like the drought would be less bad. So pretty much what I want to do is that these balls are gonna be, they're gonna take in all the bad bacteria in oceans and like lakes, and then make them into clean water, and then emit them and then be safe. And then there's more water and less contamination inside lakes and oceans.
I love it.
And so the device that I came up with was like a wristwatch that sends like app data, and through like certain algorithms and like software magic, we'll like come up with a way to give doctors consistent, reliable, and objective like data to analyze and or depression. So thank you.
Yeah, that's incredible.
If you had like immersion through VR and you could like get contact with like the main points that other cultures want to express to you, like you could have a better understanding of like the people all around the world, even if you can't physically go all around the world. And that's just like not only helps like you have a stronger culture, but also have like a respect for other cultures and stuff. So yeah.
What I want to do is be able to 3D print climbing holds and then have a monthly subscription. So gyms get these climbing holds, and then instead of storing a bunch of like big fat climbing holds, they can return it to us and we just reuse them. So we just crush them and then we use them for our next molds for the next month. Yeah. Thank you.